What about now? 可以了。哦，天哪，我说了一大堆都没有听到。不过也 zero person. Okay, so as we all know that every person in the earth, we want to achieve something. We want to win in our work and life, right? And even though we know that we cannot be 100% winner in each field, but we still want to know the method, or we say the recipe, for us to become a winner in our life, right? So where can we find a recipe? Somebody will search from some master, right? Some master, some counselor, some teachers, or search in the religion, or search from some psychological or philosophy books. And and the deep and profound part of Chinese culture is that sometimes we'll find that the reason, the answers is already really obvious. We just need to have just need to have a pair of eyes which that can find out the beauty in some obvious things. Sometimes we will easily neglect or forget the beautiful things around us. So behind me, this brand name saying, right? So it already has the answer that can then answer our question: how can we become a winner? So let me explain to you in much more details. So the character in the core part is the mouth, right? So we all have a mouth. Everybody, I think nobody doesn't have a mouth, right? So what we use mouth for? We use mouth to speak, or we use mouth to eat, right? And I think somebody use mouth to speak nice words to people, to encourage, to make others happy, to make others to cheer them up in the difficult times. And sometimes people use words to fight against each other, to isolate people, or to attack people. So if we want to be a winner, I think the first we should learn from the first one, right? So my teacher always told me that if we want to be happy, first we need to make others happy first. The energy will come back to you. And if you want to live a good life, first we want others to have a good life first, and then you will have a good life. So it is like philosophy thing. Something you want to do for yourself, first you do for others people, right? If you want others treat you well, first you treat others well. So it is true that if we use our mouth to speak nice words, and we make others happy, and we will be happy. And upper part of the yin, it is a character of Wang, right? So Wang is what's the meaning of Wang? It is death. The meaning is death. But here we use it to mean that we need to have a sense of, we need to have awareness of something maybe will make our plan got stuck, right? Got stuck. And when we are in a comfortable or cozy place, no matter where we are, no matter where we are, we need to be really cozy, maybe we are really cozy, right? So sometimes we will be quite comfortable in where we are. So we will forget that maybe, you know, maybe we should stay where we are. We should just keep that state. We should just stay where we are. Don't move. Don't fight. Don't create. Don't solve problems, because we are already in the place that we are happy. So what? Why should we try to be better? Just stay where you are. You are already safe. You're already really wealthy. So don't do anything. Just stay there. Just keep where you are, because you will be, you already have everything, right? I think most of people in our society, they just don't have the awareness of dangers. If you have a job, have a really stable job, like the job in the government, I think they will just think they're safe, because I work in the government. I won't lose my job. I don't need to study. I don't need to improve myself, because I won't lose my job, right? So it is this attitude that so many people in the government position, they lose their vitality. They lose their energy of a human being. And they naturally, they become really, they become not really themselves. And after they became 40 or 50, they can't change. Because when people get to some old age, it's difficult for them to change anymore. So if we are still in the 20s or 30s, I think we should keep in mind that we need to have the awareness of dangers, to challenge yourself, to be a better self. Because we are human beings, we can always change. And just now I said, if you are in your 40s and 50s, it's difficult for you to change, but you still had a chance to change. Nobody can stop a person from becoming better, from becoming a good example to others people, to become a good civilian in the society, to be the light, to be the love to others, right? And for the down part, there are three characters. There are three parts. The left part is the character of Yue. It means time. It means time management. According to the scientific research, we human beings, we only live like 30,000 days. 30,000 days. So we live to like 70 years. We live to 70 years. So I think life is really short. We don't live forever, right? Who knows what is going to happen tomorrow? Somebody feels like they can live forever, so they just waste their time, live purposelessly. They don't set up a goal, and they don't care about their job. They don't care about their family. They even don't care about themselves, but they don't have such kind of awareness until time is too late. A month ago, one of my uncle passed away. He really he was really close to my family when I was young. So I was really upset that he passed away and I lose a relative forever. And I was thinking at the time, so why do we come to the earth? What we are here for? So we just grow up as an adult and make money, take care of our family, and then suddenly we die. So what's the reason we come to this world? What's the purpose we come to this world? Is there no purpose? Is there no reason? I keep asking this question to myself. And, I think everybody has their own mission and they know them from their heart. Maybe other people cannot notice that, but they know that. You know what? We are all connected with some invisible force. So we don't live forever. So as you still have your life, I think you need to treasure them and do something. Time management, I don't need to emphasize the importance of time management. When we were not successful, we are not productive. But if we want to become successful, I think we need to learn the time management method. There are many books that can help us. There are many books that can help us to use our time wisely, including a book that is called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective Person by Stephen Conway. And I think he is extraordinary. He used 4 sections that we can separate our. First, we need to write down all the things we need to do. We make a to-do list, and then we sort it out each the things into 4 categories. The first category is the things that is urgent and important that we should do first. And the second category is that the thing is important but not urgent, urgent but not important, and we should do later on. And the third category is the things that is important but not urgent. Important but not urgent, like some small errands, like what is the task there is important but not urgent? Can you give me some examples? Maybe you cannot, right? I can think of things like writing. Writing is important but not urgent. But if we keep on writing, it can help us it can really improve our logical thinking. The fourth part is that, these things that is not important or not urgent. So I think it is really relaxed if we do things in this part, right? So it is a really a very specific method to help us to organize our thoughts. And I really think that sometimes we will lose our track there. What are we gonna do next, right? So it's really a good habit to just keep a diary of what you are gonna do. I heard from a classmate from my senior high school. He said she told me that one of her colleague, one of her boss, is quite extraordinary. He has a really good habit to keep a journal of what she did every day, including the phone calls he made with people, including the things he did. So everything he did, he will keep a journal to chat, and he has several notebooks to do this. So when so she has a dozen of notebooks checking her own schedule. I think we need to do that. For my own experience, I always lose track of what I'm going to do and what I have done in the past. And people will say that you are not consistent what you have said before, or you're not consistent with what you have done before. So I think I really need that. I think you guys do too. So the middle part is the character of Bei, the seashell. And Bei is, what is Bei? What is seashell for? In the Song Dynasty, we use seashell as currency. It means money. So our goal is to become a winner, right? So what's the money in it? Why is the money in it? So why we want to have this? Why we need to? Why is there any relationship between money and winner? I think you can answer this question too. Money is everything. And money can sometimes buy you a lot of things, including people, right? So, money, we always say that when you are rich, you can do anything. It is true, because if you have a lot of money, you can have a lot of options. And at least you don't need to work for money. And at least you can let your money work for you if you are smart enough to take some courses, right? So most of us are not that smart, so we use our time 8 hours a day to work for money, right? And if you want to become a winner, I think the mindset you have towards money is quite important. The reasons are as follows. First, because in this right now, we all agree that we all agree that we use money to exchange things, and we all agree the value of the money, right? So actually, it's quite necessary for us to have money to live. It is the first reason. The second reason is that we just we not only that we need to have money, and we also need to learn to adjust to the dynamic of money. How is that sound? Because we really don't know what is going to happen next. If we don't manage our money, maybe some days when the interest rate goes down, our saving in the bank will become useless, or it just it just become paper, useless paper, right? So a lot of money will buy stocks, buy houses, especially in the couple years ago. People are crazy in the houses market because because our government also support the houses markets, and a lot of real estate developers are making houses. So the price of the houses keep going up, and people crowded in this market to almost use all the money to buy houses, and hopefully the prices will come up, and then they sell the houses to earn the margin. And it is one kind of investment method. I used to work in real estate developer company. I know how their environment is. It is a very fast speed job environment. It seems that if the company buy a land and you need to, the headquarter only give you a 6 years plan from the raw land until you can sell the houses. So it is quite really fast pace. And I'm lucky that I didn't quite change by that kind of environment. I still have myself. And, so money, go back to money. So we need to know the importance. We don't, I think we don't need others people's reminding that money is important. And second is that we need to have the right mindset towards money. Money can buy everything, it's true, but we also need to have some investment philosophy to help us to achieve more money, right? So the right part is the character of Fan, 平凡, ordinary. So what is ordinary tells us? I think ordinary is quite wonderful, We know that people always want to become excellent. We don't want to be a common person. Sometimes people will want to become a superstar, become a leader, become a president. And I'm thinking, nobody, our parents want to raise a super smart baby, raise a super beautiful baby. We don't like ordinary, right? And yeah, it is true. I think it is true. But ordinary actually quite valuable. Actually, we are all ordinary. The things we act to ourselves when we get in the lifetime, like the social status, like some personal label. If you are a celebrity, you will become a star. If you're president, you will have power. If you are a billionaire, you will have money. I think all those labels are things that act to the self, the ordinary self. And actually, we all can have them. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So now we will have a break and see you guys soon. Bye bye. Yellow people. Mm.
光线很好，然后感觉自拍光线也很好。我刚刚在弄了一下，就是光线太好了。
是吧？我都没有在办公室自拍。美颜吗？美颜吗？
美呀。
哦。
这个要面膜拍。
我觉得你这样头发很好看。
好看吗？
对，
不是吧？
嗯，
你知道为什么扎吗？因为今天没有吹，然后那个头顶就塌下来的。后来一起拍，这个光线太好了。还是放下的，习惯，就是让它蓬起来。我扎的这个目的就是这样。感觉怪怪的，换一个。小熊爱心，这个，这个还可以，这个可以哦。
你放下头发很有女人味儿。
是吗？
嗯，
我就是因为刚刚不蓬松，然后我就。为什么我脸这么大的？
因为我的脸小，我往前
对，
一点。
你的脸真的小，这是真的。你的真的小哎，我都大一圈了，为啥呢？你来长镜看一下是不是？哎，可以按这个。
是吗？可以按这个是吧？
对，你可以这样子拿着。看看我脸小一点了。
啊，你可以在我后面。
对。
你化妆了是吧？
没有啊，就是这个滤镜好。
OK, 3, 2, 1。这是美颜相机吗？
对，美颜的轻颜相机。这个轻颜啊。
好，等一下发给我啊。
好，要不再拍几张吧？还有其他的。
是吗？
看一下哪个好看？还是刚刚这个好看？还是这个好看？还是你来长镜，小一点点。可以这样子。
可是应该可不可以这样？可不可以这样？
哎，我们这好像有那个啊，有这个东西。这是可以弄上去的吧？这可以调的吗？不能调，可以吗？高一点的。
应该可以的。
不能再高了，没了，就这么高。
不会啊，你要多高？你看，够了吗？
够了，跟我们差不多高就行。这光度太好看了，我才发现我们这里。它是不能领的吗？就只能这样子。那再调低一点吧。
你真的好喜欢穿白色哈。
对。有一个定时拍摄，可以7秒钟。这个好看哎，你来拍2张自拍吧。太好看了，这个好好看。开始了，我没有看你哦。这
样好好看。
对，等一下。
它有好长的时间反应。
哎，可以。
这个太好看了。对啊。
这个可以设置3秒的。要不先不设置吧，给你拍2张，等一下我再来拍2张。
好，点赞。
哎，太好看了，这个滤镜好好看。
对啊，我帮你拍。
这也太好看了。等一下，
拍的太美了。3、2、1。
感觉你拍的好看。
你要站远一点吧，我觉得我站的比较远。
不知道，你拍的比较好看。
你再站远，再露出一点点。
远一点好吗？
对，再站远点的脸显脸小一点。
就是脸太大了我。还是近吧，没事。
3、2、1。
我知道了，可能我矮一点不好看，是吧？是。
对，上面多了很多。
就是高了很多。你看吧，你比我高是吧？
哎，
这样子吧，这样子，要不再调矮一点点，
就是这个。 转动这个。
可以。
太好看了，这个相机，真是心情都会变好啊！
等一下，我再调定时，调7秒的吧。好，开始
自拍会心情变好。
开始7秒的。
哇，
拍的好看哦，
太美了，太美了，这个相机太好。
竹鹿过来一起拍，真的。
哎，这个是叫青眼，我要下载一下。
对，所以我觉得我们办公室的光线好，因为我在家没有这么好看的，我感觉。可能是我们办公室光线比较好。你拍的好好看哦，这也太好了吧！
你也好看。
到时候我发个圈，我把我自己 P 了，给你弄上去。
可是好像没有美颜的时候，看起来人有点跑。我弄一下头发哈。
不怕可以修脸了，可以瘦脸了。
啊，好，
可以弄那个美图秀秀瘦脸的。
啊，我把这个关掉，没关麦呢。
人家没听到。
哦，好大聲，最臭啊！
没事吧？
沒事，喂，哦，那時候那有好大個噪音樣，我而家仲耳仔裏頭嘅。
对啊，我上次我就是那个声音嗡嗡嗡，然后我就没带。
然后它是突然间一个很刺耳的声音，我觉得差點聾了。还好还好。
这个真的不咋样。
不是，因为刚刚我在试，因为我应该把这个开了，我再戴耳机。就是我还没有把它关了，我就戴耳机了，这头很危险，下次要注意。好，记得要把照片发给我啊。
好 ，OK。
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Truvin Channel. I'm Chelsea, and now we are back. So, just now I'm talking about the meaning of our brand, right? It contains the two characters, three and winning, and it is so wonderful that we call this name, and it contains such deep and profound meaning. And I just cannot help to show my adore to this brand name after my own explanation, you know. Sometimes I am like this. I will drown in my own imagination, and hopefully I can influence more people to love our brand. So, you know, our company has been in the foreign trade industry for over 20 years, you know, and we now have customers from different countries all over the world, such as America, Japan, Korea, countries in Southeastern Asia, and countries in Europe. And so we have a team of creative designers to do OEM, and also we have a team of professional sales representative to they all have very fluent English speaking skills, and they can understand what you need and help you to find your products and help you to boost your business, and hopefully we will build a true-win relationship together. Not only you win, I win, everybody wins. Okay, so now comes to our product part, and today I want to introduce you a new knife, which is the bone cutting knife. The bone cutting knife, it's used by male. You know, the figure of it is quite special because it contains a handle and the body of the knife. So, you know, it's really wonderful that it's like integrated part, right? So we have this stainless steel at the bottom, and we have this black glass fiber as the handle. So when we hold the handle, it really feels quite firm and comfortable. And you know, oh my God, my ears and行電有嘅，就係有啲係個異命嘅感覺。沒事啊。好，等它这个感觉过去。
对，要休息一下。我之前也试过，就是人家在我这里喊了一声，然后我天的太大声了，然后就过了一阵它就好了。刚开始那种感觉。
喂喂，
喂喂，有吗？
你关了空调的听是不是？
喂，我声音好大。喂喂喂喂，这两个调音量是吧？
对，这两个是调音量。
嗯，
有没有感觉比那个其他小那个小声好一点？
喂喂喂，好像会好一点。
风太大了，还有那个排气扇的声音很大。
哦，不是，他刚才是那种声音，就是刺耳的那种尖叫，就是突然间开那个接收器，它尖叫那种感觉，不是这种，不是这种杂音呢。Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our Chutwin channel. I'm your host, Chelsea. And just now we talk about the meaning of our brand's name, which means you win, I win, everybody wins. 这个是什么？这样子。Okay. So, you know, that we mostly we will have a quite quite a false impression that the meaning of the brand is quite cheering people up, right? So before we only have the situation like we want to build a win-win relationship with our partners, but now we have trip win. So I think it is quite a promising thing if you cooperate with us, right? So now our company not only has 20 years of experience in foreign trade, we're dealing with all kinds of products in knives industry, including tableware, flatware, and so on. But also we have a team of creative designers and 可以说有设计师团队吧。And a team of sales, professional representative sales to help you to create your products, right? So now, you know, as we enter into the new era, and our government really quite support the companies to introduce the new technology to empower the production. So you know, not only we can create and design the products you like, but also we can use the high technology to make the use of the knife into the into the sharpness. And you know, what is this high technology? It is called laser cladding technology. You know, it is a high-end technology used in army, nuclear weapon, in airplane industry, and so in car industry. And so there is a saying that the best quality of steel must use in making the blade. So now we use the laser cladding technology to make the blade. So you see, the blade is quite sharp when come to cut things. So in my hand, this one is a bone cutting knife. It's a little bit heavy. It's like 412 gram, I guess. And when we see the handle, we can see it is made made of glass fiber, made from glass fiber. And when we holding the handle, it is quite firm and comfortable. So at the bottom of the knife, it is a stainless steel to cover the bottom, and in between the knife and the handle, and it's connected with each other, with the body of the knife. And so, the body is quite shiny, right? Quite polishing. So we always use this knife to cut some bones. And because we Cantonese people, we like to drink soup. So sometimes we will buy some bones to our home to make some soup. So when it comes to making soup, it's inevitably to cut some bones, right? So this can be of great help. And for the body of the blade, we use the 4CR15 steel to make the body. And just now I told you that for the blade, we use the laser cladding technology to make the powder steel onto the blades to improve the hardness, sharpness of the blade. So I think the knife is quite substantial, and it surely is a quite wonderful product for the household, and it's a really bestseller in our home country. And I also want to hear about your opinion about some beautiful knives you like in your country, and if you have some products that you desire, you can leave a message, and we will have our staff to connect with you. And here in the body of the blade, there is a hole. This hole is to hang this knife. To hang this knife. So we always think that the when we hang things on the wall, it saves the space, right? It saves space. So I think it's really a very good product and it's quite substantial. I think when we use it in the kitchen, it will be very sharp, very helpful to cut some hard things like chicken bone, like some feet of animals. I know people from Muslim, they don't eat feet, right? But in China, people like the chicken feet or the pig feet because it contains lots of collagen, especially for women to keep young and to keep their beautiful skin. I think it's really nutritious. But I know from some Muslim countries, people will think the feet of the pig is quite dirty, so they don't eat the pig feet. And I think it is different. And anyway, so I think we should really have a good helper if we have this knife in our kitchen. And sometimes if we cannot cut some bones totally, it will really destroy our mood, right? And it's really just a very disturbing thing if it comes to cutting board, and if we knocks the sea, and it will destroy the mood that we do the cooking, right? And so knife knife is really our good companion, our each day's companion. And so, not only that we should be quite grateful for the tools we use, but also be grateful for the people who made them, right? And sometimes we'll be quite we will take each thing for granted, like the thing we use, like the people we have in our life. We don't treasure them until we lost them. Yeah, it is the reality. So we should, if we choose a knife, we should just protect it, take care of it, and let it be your good buddy of your life. And if we choose someone to love, I think we should also take care of them and make sure that we are a good soldier, we are a good partner in the up and downs of life. So now it comes to the knife part, the two knives. I really love this set because it has two knives. One is bigger, one is smaller. The bigger one, we can use it to cut some bigger things like bones, like some big things. I cannot name some right now. I think you can meat or all kinds of things, And for the smaller thing, and for the smaller knives, we can use it to cut some small things like vegetables, like fruit, like some other ingredients such as ginger, such this small thing. And so the idea behind this desire is to make you have some connection with your spouse. And I didn't make this up, according to the scientific research. If two people, they are married, it is very important for them to do things together, to foster some kind of emotions, like they are involved they are committed in their marriage, they are committed to their relationship. So I think our product behind this is an interesting thing is that you can buy this, you can have this one home and invite your partner to do the cooking with you together. I think it will be fun and will be romantic. I think romantic is not just about flowers, jewelry, or diamonds. It's also about some ordinary things in our life, like we cook dinner together, we eat together, we share some things in our daily life, right? So just like the character font in our brand name, ordinary. I think everybody is ordinary. We are ordinary people, but sometimes some people, they have some extra things like beauty, muscular body, or beautiful, sexy lover, or car, or fancy houses. And those are things that does not belong to them, They just have them in some certain period of life. And in essence, we are all ordinary. So we shouldn't be mean to other people if we have some resources, have some power. At the end of the day, we all need to sleep 8 hours a day, 3 meals a day, right? So it is not that special, any of you, to live a life. I think it is quite. Let me draw back to the reality when I'm doing this job. Before I always had a comment from my friends is that I don't belong to the reality life. It's like I'm drifting away from the reality, or I'm avoiding reality. But when I'm selling knives, it's like I'm back to the folk. I'm back to the reality life. And even though I'm still adjusting myself to this new role, I think it will be a very promising career. And I love colors. I love all kinds of color. I think they are all unique in their own way, just like every person, right? We all we are all different. Sometimes it's just I like all kinds of products, and because not only that I'm interested in their functions, but also I'm interested in the designer who make them. I think the ideas behind the products is quite appealing for me, because I think products are like human beings. They have spirits, so they will belong to some kind of person. For example, some person will like certain things, and certain things belong to certain group of people. So when we are making products, we will have our users' image that what's this product for which kind of group of people. Actually, when we're making the products, at that time we have already have the marketing strategy. So just like houses, villa belong to those richest people, right? And some high buildings, houses, they belong to ordinary people. So each thing, they will belong to a certain owner who have their same energy. They will attract each other. So I think this set of knives, they will attract people, like they really pay attention to eating healthy food, pay attention to their life, and want to live a quality life, not just casual, just only casual. I remember my mom. She is very strict in dealing with food. She will yell at me if I didn't chew the food right, or I didn't use the right water to wash the certain food. She will be really angry. And my mom, if people like my mom, she will definitely like this knife set, because they really pay attention to details and the cleanliness of the food. So I want to tell you that the idea behind this knife set is that I think each color represents certain kinds of food. You see the orange color, the orange color, it represents the food that has been already cooked. So we use this knife to cut the food that has been already cooked. So, and I think we got it right. And for the red color, we use it to cut some live food. And for the light color, we use it to cut vegetables. And for the black color, we use it to cut the food contain heavy taste, like ginger, garlic, onion, pepper, such kind of thing. And I think we will love this set. People like my mom will love this set. And for this little knife, we use it to cut fruit. And I think we will be attracted to it. And I think every person will be attracted to it, right? I'm wondering whether men will be attracted to it or not. But for me, I will love that if we have this set and this have this nice set in our kitchen to light up our mood when we do the cooking. So I hope you will like the product. I'm sure that it will help you to reach your customer if you're using the right method to promote the products. And if you have any question, you can just leave a comment here. Okay. So welcome to our Tripwin channel. I'm Chelsea, and just now I just introduced 3 kinds of products from our company, and in the following days, I think we will have more and more products coming out to introduce to you. And I'm sure that you will find some interesting thing that we can share about. And so after we have introduced 3 products, I think the foreign products will be, because we have Japanese client, Japanese client is one of our biggest clients. And as we all know, Japanese people, they're really detail oriented, and they have quite strict standards in choosing products. So I think you need to really be 100% commitment when you have a Japanese client, because I think they will really picky when testing the quality of the knives, right? So we have this sushi knife. Sushi knife is really common in Japan because Japanese people, they love sushi, and a good knife will help them to make the best sushi, right? So and the handle is wooden, and I think the blade is quite sharp, because we use the laser cladding technology to make the powder steel on the blade, and on the body we use the, I think it's 5CR15 to make the body. And so this thing is quite long and quite special. And I think people will love to have one kind of this in the home if you like Japanese sushi, right? And I think this knife is quite like one kind of weapon, It's a little bit like one kind of weapon. And no wonder Japanese people live so long, because they like fish, they like things like tofu. And I think this kind of food, they really make our body healthy, because they are food that contains how to say 碱, I forgot, but it is said that Japan is the most Japanese people are the most has the most longevity in the world. I think it has a big relation with their diet, because their diet contains a lot of fish, and I think they are also very clever, because people who like eating fish are clever people, right? And and I strongly welcome you to have a detailed look on this knife, and I think you will have much more interest if you just come visit us in Yangjiang. No matter where you are, I think right now it's quite convenient for us to travel back and forth from different countries, right? And especially the COVID-19 is almost went away. So welcome to our hometown. If you come, just give us a call and we will show you around. And our hometown is in the western part of the Guangdong province, and it is a small coastal city. I think there are 2 million people in the city. And now the knife industry is a quite maturing industry because it its yearly output reaches to 50 billion RMB, and it covers the domestic output like 70%. It covers the foreign trade output like 80%. So I think I don't need to tell you. You can just tell from these figures that it is really a promising and mature industry that we are talking about. So whatever you have in mind, whatever you want to make, you can just reach out to us. We will help you to find your product or make your product. And our companies have 20 years of foreign trade experience. I think so. It starts from 19. It starts from like 1900 no 20年今年是2021 so it starts from 2000 and you know I think there aren't any companies that can last so long, and I think we can just figure out what background we're dealing with. Then we can know which we can know that our company is your best choice. And so, and we will have break now. So see you later.
太为难我一个文科生了，这些都是什么化学公式？
你在做啥？
我在学习。
你在学习？学习什么？
学习刀的知识。
学习刀的知识。你是个戏精啊！发现你是个很会演戏的人，本色演出。
你听听，这说的是人话吗？这些都是中国字，我都知道，但是这些字合在一起，我就读不懂它是什么字。
什么？这是啥？这是啥？哪来的？
发的群里面。
18子那个吗？
对。
18子有这个吗？
有。我发现他们也有锻打餐具跟锻打刀具。
在哪呢？就18子那个我没看到有那个的哦，刀具产品知识培训教材。 我好像自己变笨一点了，太聪明的人不好。
你是说感知力？
就是我太聪明了，所以就是大脑思维非常活跃，搞得我现在大脑像一浆糊一样。
那倒也不至于。
是这样的，就思维太活跃了。像我们这样的人，就是太能感知周围的一切了。
反而
人之察则无有，水之清则无鱼，就是这样。我以前的工作环境还是蛮好的。
你之前做工作流程？
流程啊，工作的流程，一般公司都比较正规一点，就是会有一个入职培训的，每个岗位要做什么都是很明确的。所以我就是，哇，好漂亮！你很喜欢穿吊带哈？
对，
然后我老师说，我要去相信别人，相信别人是好的，相信别人是想帮助你的，就是要不管在什么环境之下，都要感恩，就算不该感恩的地方也要感恩，这样子呢，就是会永远有一颗感恩的心。我现在没事了，刚还有点耳鸣。
好可怕，好可怕的！我之前被人家喊在我耳朵里喊，
有病，对
啊，吓死我了！那时候就觉得好像要融了的感觉，然后一下要没。
明年奥运会开幕哎，但是据说，哎，这是史上最惨的一次。
死了那个什么董事长之类的。
什么董事长？
就是奥运有一个什么导演策划这些。
临时就撤了。
奥运会？你怎么换衣服那么快啊？可是我觉得你好有效率。
一脱就行了，什么都不用。
我觉得你是可爱型的，甜美可爱型的。因为你用的东西都很可爱。
我是比较喜欢可爱的东西。
对，
这个是什么粉色、什么黄色这种，是这种的。
之前我有个朋友，他是美国人，然后他的公司在美国，他们也是在做这种电子的这种市场推广。
是在那机构认识的吗？
是我一个朋友，不要在机构认识的，广州的一个朋友。他们当时招人，就也是就是招那个双语能力很强，然后懂得这个就是声音也要很好听的人，然后也懂得市场营销的人，工资好高啊，2万。
是做什么的？
就是做一些线上的推广，可能会组织一些线上的 promotion，直播。对，我当时很想跟他，我问他就是 YouTube 的推广怎么推，他说他不懂，他说他都是他们那个美国那个团队在做，
他那里做
是可以，但是他在广州，
太远了。
那我想跟他学，就怎么做 YouTube 推广。
如果那么有钱的去啊，不管在广州还是上海。
我暂时不能去广州，
因为这个疫情，
不是因为疫情，以后有机会会去。就以前那种工作环境，就是大家都挺自觉的，就是做自己的工作，就是每个人都很自觉做自己的工作，就感觉就是好像环境不一样，人就会不一样，对不对？去了一个那种大公司，你看到每个人都在那里很认真的完成自己的工作，你也不好意思在那里看手机啊、看视频的。然后去了一些小公司，就所有人都在那里看手机、看视频，然后你在那里认真工作，会显得格格不入。
你知道吗？很大啊，我们平常在办公室玩的，就是因为我们领导在我们办公室，然后我们经常在逛淘宝，然后就在说，哎，那件衣服什么的，然后就下午茶什么的，一样的，其实是看人的，不是大公司。
我觉得是公司氛围。
也是看人吧。我们部门之前是我在提任的时候，就是他们比如说做完了，然后我说你那天怎么样？
也会就是也会就是有一些休息的时候就会去逛逛网站。
休息的时候，就是做着差不多了，又在玩了。他们经常是这样。
都会吃下午茶，对不对？
对啊，经常这样。就不是说完全不求生的工作，他也不是这样。
加油！
不想谢谢。为什么？我不想知道。我吐槽这个事情。
天将降大任于斯人也。
你学他发给你的那个，我看到那个觉得好烦，觉得好难，其实不难，真的，你可以，他就是，我感觉他发的那个太正式了，
是就是不讲人话的
对呀，
感觉。
就是没必要，就是我觉得没必要，真没必要，不用学那个，你还不如你想学什么，你直接问我，太麻烦了，我感觉看了一下。就没必要那什么。
我跟我朋友在吐槽说，我一个文科生。
这怎么能下来？
太不讲人话了。
向我们 Sandy 姐多请教请教就好了，知道皮毛就好了。
好，
好像读天书一样，是不是？反正我看了，我摸了一眼，反正我们比客户懂一点就行了，略知皮毛。
首先你要知道什么刀，面刀、厨师、磨刀、什么刀，卖的果子这刀，一定要知道这个。然后第二个是手柄，手柄你要知道它是空心柄还是 POM 还是 ABS 啊，还是什么？
你这样讲没有人听得懂，你知道吗？你要说人话，
这是人话。
不是你说那种英文缩写，大家听不懂。你要就是你可以拿个例子，就是让你的学生能听得懂。你举例完之后，我们都记不住呀。
你得看东西才能。
喂喂，
做过程就是还要热处理，高光这些下光。
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back. Welcome back to our Tripwin channel. I'm Chelsea. And now let me introduce something about my company, Tripwin. We have 20 years of foreign trade experience. And right now we have customers from different countries like from America, from Europe, from countries like Japan, Korea, and countries from Southeast Asian. And I think they already have a lot of clients, right? And we still want to search for more business partners to share our products with people from all over the world. So not only we have such rich experience, but we have people, we have talent, we have a team of great designers, we have really good marketing sales team to serve you. So if you have any kind of problems, have any kind of things you want to ask, you can just leave your message, or you can leave your contact information that we will reach out to you. So let's get started about this. What products should I introduce to you today? Let me see. Oh, my nose is a little itchy. I think there are quite a lot of products that I'm not familiar about. And I always curious about different things. I think I always want to learn more things. I think I just cannot help to have some interest in products. So if you are also really quite interested in product making, I think we can have a chat. You can add my WeChat number, or we can become WeChat friends, WeChat buddy. We can talk about making products. And I always feel that I think it's really important for us to have our idea into making products. So we will definitely want to search out for more information, for more products. Sometimes I will lost track of the time when I'm talking. And so just heard about people said we foreigner friends, we like outdoor activities. So we always want to go out to the outdoor to use some tools. So actually, I'm really crazy about outdoor equipment. Outdoor equipment. And I'm really interested in those kind of things. And I think we will also introduce that kind of products for you in the future. But right now, I can give you a brief introduction of the knife products that I really want to share with you. It's like things like nail clipper, nail cutter, or some pliers, some screwdrivers, and they some and scissors, and they all combine together into one product. Isn't that amazing? And we always feel like we want to bring one tool that can help us with all problems, right? So when I before I entered this industry, I didn't know much about tools. And after I know that, I just feel, wow, tools is our best buddy. And before, I didn't do any research about what we need when we go outdoor activities. And after I found out there are some so amazing tools in the world that can help us with different problems, but it is really small, and it contains tons of functions. So I just think they are really cute but useful, and it is not expensive. I know there are a company that are making this kind of products, and it's really quite popular in the overseas market. I know we foreigner friends, we like to, and we are really pay attention to quality life, right? So we will use some certain kind of products to in some kind of certain occasion or in some kind of circumstances. And I think we Chinese people, we are too diligent in working, in earning money. We're working hard as hell, and we take care of our babies, take care of our elder parents. It's like there is no end in hard working. Chinese people are too hard. They don't have time to enjoy life. So, so I'm really jealous of friends from other countries, especially in Europe. You guys are so just so into life. I really want to. I will have a chance to visit countries in Europe to live like a European. And we so it is really different. Even though we make a lot of products, but it is made for the foreigners. We don't know how to use that to enhance our quality life. And maybe it's because of their culture, right? So people from Europe, they pay attention more on individual. So they will, they will just they will have some really many festivals, and they will have really many rituals to celebrate their life. And you know, my mom, she is also one kind of person that likes quality life. Even though we are not that rich, but my mom, she is really she treats cooking like an art. What she cook is beautiful and delicious, and she will put all those things together really beautifully. And I never met another person in our hometown like my mother. In that age, they will make all the beautiful things and took some beautiful pictures and share in the moment. And my mom even play with Douyin, and she can make short videos. And I think my mom, she knows how to entertain herself. And here I wish my mom were good health, and I hope now she has me by her side. I think she will be happy and smile more and be more positive. And I also want to say that, you know, even though we are here for commercial reason, but I think we can also make friends. Before we do business, I think we can be friends first, because I think everybody, we are not just machine, right? We have emotions. Even though it is a cruel world, people compete with each other for money, compete with each other for power, for more resources. Yeah, it is the reality, but we also need to be kind to people. I think I like the idea that our brand has, the trip win, you win, I win, everybody win. I think it is the best situation that we trying to achieve with our clients, with our partners. And hopefully we will have more clients that we can share the same ideas, business philosophy, right? And yeah, so I talking about Europe. I have never been to Europe, but I have a intention that maybe one day I will go to Europe, maybe to further further my study, or maybe I will marry a foreigner. Yeah, I think I like people, and I think some foreigner guys they are. No, I shouldn't say foreigner. I should say you guys. It's cool to live in a English-speaking country. I have foreigner friends come visit in Guangzhou. He's from he's from Canada. She runs business in China. He is a really successful businessman, and when I talk with him, I learn a lot, and also I found out that successful businessmen, no matter what nationality they own, no matter they are from China or from other countries, they are the same. They are workaholic, and they are people They're good at dealing with people. They're good at communicating. The big characteristic, the big characteristic of our entrepreneur is that they speak a lot. And every time, because I'm a good listener, so every time I'm with a boss type of person or entrepreneur, I can just listen to them because I don't need to talk because they will talk all the time. Okay, so I think I think we will fight you here because I have the whole industry as my back, right? And I think there is nothing we cannot do if we have a clear goal and we just constantly improve our plan, and miracle will come. We will have everything we want. Maybe I should tell you some story, like knife story. Sorry. Oh, sorry. No, I mean knife. Okay. Okay. So it's just like a really wonderful thing that we are trying to do here. I think I love my hometown, even though it is still it has a lot of things need to improve, but I have confidence that we will make it through. And so come for the product part. Now I want to introduce you this product. It's a little bit light. Yes, it's a bit light and the handle is quite consists of some really small metal. No. I think it is really small and cute. And this thing is so beautifully looking. I think it is the chef. It is a chef knife. We can use it to cut a lot of food. Sandy, can I ask you a question? Is it a chef knife? Right? It is really light. So what technology does it use to make the handle? Oh. So what material that we use to make the body? Oh. All right. Okay. So it is 4CR14 material steel to make this knife, and I think it's a very beautiful knife. 这个刀一般用在什么场景？切片 slicing knife. So I think it is quite okay. Comes to another product. Okay. This one a little bit dirty.网红牧场在哪里？網紅咩槍啊？在咩？哦，木槍係騎馬㗎。哦。嗯，才苹果呢，挺好的。什么时候去？周末只有一天假，怎么去？嗯。
平冈就是比如说你在百丽广场那边去到平冈，可能就10公里左右。
哦，要过几个星期吧，是吧？嗯。So this knife is, I don't know what's the name of this knife. I think it is chef knife again. So you see we have this logo here. Chutwin. And see the handle is made of cloth wood, and it has three nails to make it firm and not easy to fall off. And we have this what is this? The body of the blade is quite shiny. Now, in the process we make the knives, there is a process called the polishing process that we use different technology to polish the surface of the knife to make it more bright. My nose is always itchy. So I think they're really, this knife is very beautiful looking, right? Beautiful looking. And let me introduce you this interesting. See, what is this? It is to make our knife sharper. Now, when I was young, I had a little thing to rub the knife to be sharp. It is a triangle square shape of thing. It's quite dull. For this product, I think it's quite cute, isn't it? You see, it has this heart shape figure, and we have this really stable base to make the heart shape more 立体，怎么说？ more visible. Okay, visible. So how we rub our knife is like this. So I have a knife in my hand, so I will just rub the knife up and down. For it to become more sharp. So I think this thing is really cute and useful when it comes to helping the knife become sharper, right? So I also want to, we also have some kitchenware, you know, kitchenware. I will introduce this knife. See, we have this sushi knife. I really adore sushi knife. Maybe it is because I love sushi. And I think the sushi knife, they are really slim and really heavy. It is my first impression. And you see, we use the wood to make the handle. And when I hold it in my palm, it feels quite quality and really firm and comfortable, right? And also we have, you know, the stainless steel is very bright of this product. And if you observe it really in details, you'll find out this side, it doesn't have the blade. We just use one side to cut the sushi, right? And so I think there are three parts in the body of the blade, and I don't know what is it used for, but I think it helps to cut the sushi in a very good, nice shape, make it more yummy. And as you can tell, I think it used the laser cladding technology to make the powder steel on the blade, you know. So what is laser cladding technology? You may be wondering. You know, laser cladding technology is kind of technology that we use in the car making industry, nuclear industry, and airplane and army industry. So it is quite a really high-end technology, you know. It's so cool, right? This situation is really cool. And I don't know about in other countries if you, I think this knife is really good for the sushi shop. Sushi shop to have one knife to cut the sushi. So talking about sushi, it's been a while. It's been a while that I have sushi. I really miss the taste. And I think people like sushi because not only because they are yummy, I think also because mainly because it's yummy, I think. And I hopefully we will have more clients ordering the sushi knife. Maybe in the future we can have them to import the sushi for us, right? I have been to Japan once for a business trip, and I've been to Aomori. Aomori. This is a really beautiful village. And I ate sushi in Japan. I ate a lot. I remember the first time I'm in the Japanese restaurant in Aomori, and we have a friend there who can speak Japanese and Mandarin, and he ordered a lot of sushi for me. And because I'm really a sushi fan, so talking about this night made me really hungry, made me really miss sushi and Japan and my Japanese friends. I made two friends. I made two friends when I'm in Hanoi. They are really cute, and they're very typical Japanese girls. And you know what? We speak in Vietnamese to communicate with each other. We haven't talked for a while. I'm wondering, maybe they already start to work. Maybe they have already got married, have babies now. So okay. So much for this part. See you in 5 minutes.哦，喂喂，多媒体看不懂啊？为什么看不懂？对啊，知道大概就好了。Loading，我觉得你做视频好可爱，这些
可能这就是
文科生的想象力是吧？
对文科生。
好厉害哦！后面这个 logo 是怎么加上去的？
截屏录屏
录屏是吧？
还是录屏？万能的录屏。
嗯，
录屏 YYDS。其实它这个文件呢，里面也有很多很有用的东西，我要探索一下。
有什么好探索的？
比如说可能有一些专业名词说的比较好听，然后我就只用翻译软件。
喜梅姐，就是那个消息，它目前没有官方的那个发布，我觉得我们就按原计划来吧。那个订房的那块，你那边南海湾那里有没有？需不需要在粤西那边订？需要的话，等一下我就叫瑞哥，我们一起拉个群。会议问我们是否约定一起开个会。李李在交接之前，那个主席还是李老师吧？钟区长。 如果你等等我入邊在國家南中山入邊個人來冇來？你不是说8月1号咱们那个交接仪式之后才是正式的吗？那个现在李老师都没有那个给我。怎么是这样子的？喂喂，打开摄像头。
超过98%。
Hello guys, I'm back. Welcome back to Children Channel. I'm Chelsea and I'm so happy I'm here to represent our company, to introduce our company to you, just now we said that we have 20 years of experience in furniture industry, and also that we have amazing designers and sales representative to serve you well. So if you have any product for what's the word for request, you can just send us messages, or you can leave your email address here. Then we will have our professional sales representative to reach out to you. And so welcome back. And so maybe I should share with you some things about my hometown, right? And I think many of you have never been here. So maybe in the future one day you guys can come visit me here. I'm sure I will show you a really amazing sightseeing spot for you to visit. And the really interesting part is that we are a coastal city, so we are really near the sea. So it only takes like 1 hour drive for us to go to the beach, and the beach in my hometown is quite beautiful, and a lot of seafood and amazing snacks for you to try out. So I'm sure you will like it. And I'm already inviting my friends to come to visit me. And it's really a dull life here when I'm in Yangjiang. So I'm really active in online events. Every day in the evening I have a lot of online activities for me to join. So in the reality, I don't go out that much. So sometimes I think I'm really a girl who likes to stay at home to join online activities other than to meet people from face to face. And so as I grew up here, so I definitely have emotion for my hometown. I wanted to become better, right? I don't want to be such ambitious girl, but sometimes I just have some inner motive that maybe I can change things here. Just like Madam Margaret Thatcher, he said, if you see something that is make you uncomfortable, you shouldn't complain about it. You can just take some action and change things. So I really admire the attitude that Madam Margaret Thatcher had. I have seen a movie about her. So I think I really watch a lot of movies from different countries. I have watched a lot of movies when the COVID-19 just started. At the time, each day I stay at home. I have nothing else to do, so I watch many movies from different countries, from Britain, from Ireland, from France, from Norway. Yeah. But talking about movies, my favorite movie is the movie starred by who's that again? She's my favorite actress. She also played a role in the movie of Madam Margaret Thatcher. Steve Martin, I forgot her name. I'm so sorry. She is really talented in acting. I first saw Out of Africa. Just because of her, I watched this movie, and it turns out a really amazing story. The reading role is from Norway. Yeah, it's from Norway. So she was a really beautiful girl, and she's really rich. And she's old. She's like 29 years old. I'm older than her. And she wants to get married. But and she just broke up with her boyfriend, and she was a little bit desperate, and she wanted to find a man just marry her because of her money. So she is so desperate to get married, and so she found her target, which is his ex-boyfriend's brother. He was an officer in what's the country's name again? In Africa, in Nigeria, in Congo, yeah. So she married him. So she went to Congo, and it is a story about Congo. I remember it is Congo. No, it is a movie. It is a story that's my favorite movie. I hope you can understand my story. I can tell you. So she started to go to Africa, and she took all her I would say valuable stuff with her. I think at the beginning she's really a shallow girl. She just wanted to marry some man with high social status. So she went, and I think we all know that if men marry you for your money, the marriage won't be quite satisfying, right? So I remember a scene when he got off from the train and reached the destination. He entered a room full of men. He entered a room full of men. So in Africa, I think it is really like the old China. They don't think women can enter a room just for men. Women are not allowed to enter the room. So the men look at her with really surprised look, and all the men, they just sat there and watch her like she's from another planet. And so she felt very embarrassed, and then she left. She looked for his husband, and her marriage ceremony was quite blunt. I would use the word blunt because there is no that kind of romantic plot, or her husband left home after the ceremony. She stayed alone in her new home, and she need to find something to do, right? So she had a farm in the hills of the Congo, down the hills of the Congo. So, and she had workers. She had her workers. The workers are from the local tribe. They are local people, and they're not literacy. They cannot read and write, but they can understand English. So the first thing she need to do is that she decided what kind of plant she plant in the farm. So she at the beginning she plant the coffee bean, and her husband was never home after the wedding ceremony. He went out to join the office, to fight in a war at the time. So around a time, some news came back that the front line, they lack of some materials like blankets, food, or etc. So she was really brave. So she with her local mates, she took a horse, and she took all the stuff. They then went to the front line to look for her husband. And when on the trip, they ran across some tigers, some lions, and I remember it's quite dangerous that the tigers stare at her in a really close distance, and she was really brave, I have to say. She used her gun to shoot the tiger. And when he arrived the place that her husband left, there is not, she missed his husband, but we can see that her husband didn't miss her that much. So they had a a romantic night, you know. But the sad thing is that her husband is not a loyal man. He at the same time he had many love affair with other women, and just leading her to have a disease or sex disease, and later on she cannot pregnant, she cannot have babies because her husband. She cannot have baby forever because her husband her husband didn't have her not loyal, was not loyal. So she's really, but he he took he took this all, and she didn't cry. And later he met a guy. The guy was really handsome, and they have shared the same, I would say, share the same dream. They talk a lot. They're really into each other. And she decided to divorce his husband. And it turns out his husband also found another woman who was rich to marry with. What a jerk. And so she wanted to be with this guy, this handsome guy, but this guy, he didn't want to settle down. He didn't think a piece of paper can just bind them together. He think if he truly love her, they can be together, but they don't need to get married. Got bonded by the piece of paper. And she wanted to get married. So I think they had a fight. And she always wanted to own something, you know. She wanted, just like she was really proud that she owned a farm, and she owned a husband who is an officer, and so she wanted to own this person. Maybe it is really normal, right? We always want to own someone that you are mine because we are married. But the man has a free soul. So he loved her, but he didn't want to get married. But they can be together. They can not just he just didn't want to have this paper. So so this man, he went out to travel again, and last time he died because of plane crash, and his husband came to her house to tell her this news. She was devastated, and she also didn't cry. And so she was all alone again, with nobody belonged to her. But this time she was different. 她喜欢的人带了，她喜欢的那个人带了，不是前任丈夫，是她第二个想要跟她结婚那个人死了。So she was all alone again. Out of Africa. 走出非洲，你可以去搜一下，一个很好的故事，关于女人的成长史诗。So she was all alone again. Nobody belongs to her. But she was different this time. I remember she said, when she thanked the situation was really, really difficult to bear or stand, she would say to herself, just stay longer, just stay maybe 1 minute longer, and she will find out that she can take it all. And she practiced her resilience using this kind of mindset that if the situation was really, really bad, really, really difficult to stand, and she would tell herself to just stand a little longer. And so she became quite strong. And so when she left Africa, because she divorced, right? She divorced her husband, and his fiance died because of the plane crash. So she decided to run back to her country. And this time, the same place, full of men. Those men respect her because what she did. And I remember there was another thing is that she cared for the local people. She wanted them to go to school and become literacy. And she even begged for the opportunity to go to school. So at the end of the day, she earned people's respect because of her behavior. And even though she was all alone again, but even though it seems that she didn't own anybody again, but she felt peaceful in her heart. And she was totally different girl from the day she landed in Africa. She totally changed, from a shallow girl to a really mature and strong woman. And later, after she went back to her country, she wrote down this story. And after I watched this movie, I really quite encouraged by her. And I also bought this novel, English version, but I didn't have time to read it yet. But I always love this movie. I have always told people, when people ask me, what's your favorite movie? I always told them Out of Africa. When people ask me, what's your favorite book? I would say Complete Conversation with God. I think there is no other books that can replace that status in my heart. And, the Complete Conversation with God is like, though all those questions I have in my life, I can find in this book. I really strongly recommend you to read this book. It's really a good book. Okay, I think our time is up. So see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye. Nobody. 我觉得我每天讲一个故事，准备一个故事。可以包含一个故事，我觉得大家会喜欢听故事哦。